Hello and welcome to TRE News. I'm your host, Trevor. Today is a sad day. A sad day after a sad day. iRacing and IndyCar's contract was not renewed this cycle, which means that there will be no official Indy 500. And there will be no more use of official tracks used by IndyCar, like Texas, Gateway, and most unfortunately, Indianapolis. Unfortunately, keyed phrases like "always go on Indy" will start to dwindle on this channel due to the risk of my safety. I will not, though, privatize my current Indy videos because they may not fall under contract agreements with iRacing. Likewise, I will remove them if it does indeed cause issues, but personally, I don't believe it will. Lastly, despite all my best efforts, this could be the last time we see an Indy official race at Indianapolis, so expect a video after Christmas. This has been a team announcement by yours truly, Trevor, always remembering to go on Indy. That is right, everyone. You heard it directly from me. There will not be an iRacing Indy 500 this year, at least not officially. Now, according to iRacing and IndyCar's contract, nobody can broadcast any official events like an Indy 500 on their channel for leagues or privatized league sessions. You can still do it, but you can't exactly post on it or go live with it. Now, that doesn't mean that some people aren't going to try and do that. So I really think that this is a big deal, especially for a lot of drivers like me who has a soft spot in my heart for the IndyCar. I really do believe that this is going to hurt like a lot of people. I personally have been most critical of the updates that they've made on the IndyCars recently. I've been making mention of how the car just does not feel like it should. I've, actually watched a lot of IndyCar videos and the Indianapolis 500, and we're lifting way too much. Like, it looks wrong to me. And I've been very vocal about it. But I don't think that I really have any authority in this case right now. I'm just speaking to the masses right now, trying to tell everybody that this is what I think. I think that this is going to hammer a lot of people into the ground, especially the people who, started watching Indy 500 or Indianapolis or IndyCar just because of iRacing. I know that iRacing re-energized my want to watch IndyCar, because for the longest time, the only Indy event that I would watch throughout a year was the Indy 500, until right about 2019, when I started watching videos by drivers like SW Seffi, who had IndyCar cars just flying apart on their videos, and I saw it on iRacing, and I thought, well, that would be a lot of fun to drive. And unfortunately, the closest thing that I had to that was F1 2018 and 2016. Because at that time I was not financially stable enough to get iRacing. So honestly, it really does make me feel really sad in this case, because I am watching something that helped re-energize my want to watch IndyCar be gone and not return until iRacing and IndyCar decide to get their contract back. Because we all know motorsports games were probably not going to be a very long contract extending out into 2029. Although I may have just jinxed it, I don't really care. It's just from experience from what they did to NASCAR 21 Ignition. Now, final thing to mention here, after they removed tracks like Gateway and Iowa, the tracks that are classics in the IndyCar schedules and IndyCar, I made the tough decision to not run a full season in IndyCar this year. I honestly wanted to run in the races at the tracks that official IndyCar races actually go to, and I'm not going to be able to do that besides this week, because it'll be the last time that IndyCar visits Indianapolis in an official session. Even an unofficial session, we're not going to see the Dallara Dash at Indianapolis, which, by the way, has been one of my favorite team pastimes. I'm really upset about this. I hope that someday it will come back around. It's going to be very different. Seeing how big the IndyCar community really is, I would honestly compare the IndyCar community on iRacing to the community of the Class A next-gen drivers, and maybe even the Class D ARCA drivers. So those are just my thoughts on that after this news session. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. This is going to be the final upload before we jump right into the IndyCar race, probably on Tuesday. I have take some time to edit, and of course I'm not going to race on Christmas, and I don't have time to race today or tomorrow, so I'm just gonna go on ahead and wait for that. But thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. Anyway, guys, thank you, and remember, always go on Indy.